Welcome back to High Stakes, a Caregiver's Gamble. In this episode, we take a closer look at the life of Mr. Johnson, the man at the center of Sarah's story, and explore the complexities of living with Parkinson's disease. Join us as we delve into Mr. Johnson's world and gain a deeper understanding of the challenges he faces each day. Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurological disorder that affects movement. The key characteristics of Parkinson's includes tremors, rigidity, bradykinesia, and postural instability. These symptoms impact Mr. Johnson's daily life, from difficulty with fine motor skills to challenges with balance and coordination. This disease presents a range of physical and cognitive challenges that require ongoing management and support. It's winter, 1995. David Johnson. David Johnson? I'm here. I just stepped away to get a drink of water. The doctor will see you now. Mr. Johnson is visiting his doctor for the follow-up appointment. Good morning, David. Thank you for coming in today. Good morning, doctor. What's the news? David, I'm afraid the results from your recent tests confirm your suspicions. You have Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's. But what does that mean? Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurological condition that affects movement. It's caused by a lack of dopamine in the brain, leading to symptoms like tremors, stiffness, and difficulty with balance and coordination. How will this affect me? Is there a cure? Unfortunately, there's no cure for Parkinson's disease at this moment. However, there are treatments available to help manage your symptoms and improve your quality of life, David nods. What do I need to do now? We'll work together and develop a personalized treatment plan tailored to your needs. This may include medications to alleviate your symptoms and physical therapy to improve mobility and lifestyle modifications to promise overall well-being. All right, doctor, I'll do whatever it takes to manage this condition. That's the spirit, David. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. We're here to help you every step of the way. You have our support. Mr. David Johnson, known to his friends and family as a compassionate and driven individual, has led a life marked by dedication to both his career and personal pursuits. Born and raised in a close-knit community, David's strong work ethic and determination have been evident from the early age. After graduating from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas with a degree in business administration, David embarked on a successful career in the corporate world. With a keen eye for opportunity and strategic mindset, he quickly rose through the ranks, eventually holding a prominent position in management and executive leadership. Throughout his career, David was known for his integrity, innovation, and commitment to excellence. He played a pivotal role in spearheading key initiatives, driving growth and fostering a collaborative work culture that values diversity and inclusion. Upon retirement, David transitioned into a new chapter of his life, with enthusiasm and a sense of adventure. He embraced his newfound freedom by indulging in his passions, which included traveling, gardening, and spending quality time with those he loved. A divorced father and grandfather, David cherished the moments spent with his two adult daughters whenever they were able to come to town and when he was able to visit them, and now he worried about breaking the news to them. He never wanted to worry his daughters. In the winter 2002, David Johnson had been living with Parkinson's for 7 years, with few symptoms, and despite the recent challenges posed by Parkinson's disease in the last year, David's spirit remained undaunted. David's oldest daughter suggested David hire a part-time caregiver to help with the light tasks and driving. Although David does not have severe symptoms, he had noticed the tremors were becoming more intense and frequent. With unwavering support from his family and the guidance of dedicated healthcare professionals, David immediately takes his daughter's advice to hire someone. With both his daughters living out of state, he thinks some help will be a good idea. David engages the help of an agency to find the perfect caregiver for himself. He could use someone to prepare meals and take him to his therapy appointments. Based on his interviews, background checks, and personal interactions, Mr. Johnson ultimately selects Sarah as his caregiver. He is impressed by her professionalism, compassion, and dedication to providing high-quality care, confident that she will be an invaluable asset in his journey with Parkinson's disease. Sarah immediately proves herself to be patient and compassionate caregiver. She and Mr. Johnson get along great, and Mr. Johnson loves her work, and by summer of 2003, he eventually hires her full-time. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. How did you sleep? Oh, Sarah, you know how it is. The tremors kept me up most of the night, but I managed to catch a few hours of rest. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's get your medication sorted, shall we? Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate all you do for me. Mr. Johnson, you can always count on me. I noticed some of your bills stacking up in the kitchen counter. Is everything all right? Oh, Sarah, I'm afraid I'm having trouble keeping track of my finances lately. Parkinson's has made it difficult for me to manage things as I used to. Don't worry, Mr. Johnson. I can take care of that for you. Let me handle your bills and ensure everything is going to be in order. You're too kind, Sarah. I don't know what I'd do without you. In the winter of 2003, Sarah finds herself in a challenging position as Mr. Johnson's caregiver. His disease has progressed to the point where his tremors significantly impair his ability to write and handle financial transactions independently. Recognizing the need to assist him with managing his affairs, Sarah begins writing checks on Mr. Johnson's behalf, ensuring that his bills are paid and his financial obligations are met. However, amidst the caregiving responsibilities, Sarah succumbs to temptation and begins to exploit her position for personal gain. In addition to writing checks for Mr. Johnson's legitimate expenses, she starts writing checks to herself, siphoning off funds from his account for her own use. Initially driven by financial pressures or perhaps her own financial difficulties, Sarah rationalizes her actions, convincing herself that she will put the money back. Unbeknownst to Mr. Johnson and his family, who have grown to trust Sarah, Sarah's actions escalate over time, and she becomes increasingly emboldened by the ease in which she can manipulate Mr. Johnson's finances. What starts as an occasional misappropriation of funds evolves into a pattern of deception and theft. When Sarah is not attending to her caregiving duties for Mr. Johnson by the day, she finds herself attending to the allure of the casino by night. Despite knowing the risks and consequences, Sarah's gambling habit consumes her free time and finances, serving as a temporary escape from her pressures and challenges of her life. For Sarah, the casino offers a tantalizing opportunity to experience moments of excitement, anticipation, and the possibility of a big win. In the dimly lit halls, filled with slot machines and the buzz of fellow gamblers, she feels a sense of exhilaration and freedom, temporarily forgetting her worries and responsibilities. However, the thrill of the casino comes at a cost. Sarah's frequent visits to the gambling establishment not only drains her financial resources, but also exacerbate her stress and anxiety, creating a cycle of compulsive behavior that she struggles to control. It's early 2004 when Mr. Johnson gets a call from his bank. Good afternoon. This is the Bank of America. I'm calling for Mr. Johnson. Is Mr. Johnson available? Sarah takes a deep breath and assumes a confident tone. Hi there. This is Sarah, David's daughter. How can I help you? Oh, hello, Sarah. We just wanted to follow up regarding some recent transactions on Mr. Johnson's account. We noticed a few checks that were written out to you, and we want to verify their legitimacy. Sarah maintains her composure. Oh, yes, those checks. Dad asked me to handle some of his finances for him, and he's been having difficulty with his Parkinson's disease. I've been taking care of things for him. I see. And you have his authorization to write checks on his behalf? Oh, absolutely. Dad trusts me implicitly with his finances. He's been relying on me to take care of a lot lately, especially with the tremors making it hard for him to write. I'm just doing what any loving daughter would do for their father. Understood, Sarah. We'll make note of that on our records. Just to confirm, can you provide us with your full name and relationship to Mr. Johnson for our files? Of course. My name is Sarah Johnson, and I'm David's eldest daughter. Thank you, Sarah. We appreciate your cooperation. If you have any further questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you. I'll be sure to keep you updated if anything else comes up. Have a great day. Sarah knows she crossed the line, but it was so easy, and she tells herself Mr. Johnson won't mind. and his real daughters will never find out. As Thanksgiving approaches, Mr. Johnson's daughters, Emily and Lily, eagerly anticipate their visit to spend the holidays with their father. Unbeknownst to them, Sarah's illicit activities are on the verge of being discovered, setting the stage for dramatic confrontation. Dad, we can't wait to see you for Thanksgiving. It's been so long since we've all been together. I'm looking forward to it as well, Emily. It'll be wonderful to have the whole family together under one roof again. Absolutely. It'll give us a chance to catch up and see how you're doing, Dad. Speaking of which, there's something I need to discuss with both of you. It's about Sarah, my caregiver. What about Sarah, Dad? Is everything all right? I'm not sure. I found one of my bank statements in the trash on Tuesday, and it seems that there has been some irregularities with my finances lately. Checks have been written out in my name without my knowledge, and I don't know what happened, and Sarah may be involved. What do you mean, Dad? Are you saying Sarah's been stealing from you? No, Lily. Sarah would never betray my trust. But something is wrong. This is unacceptable, Dad. We will figure this out when we get there. And if we need to confront Sarah about this, we will put an end to this deception if there's any. We won't let her get away with this. As the leaves of autumn fall from the trees and the weather grows cooler, Thanksgiving draws near. Sarah remains oblivious to the impending arrival of Mr. Johnson's daughters, Emily and Lily. Unaware that her illicit activities are on the brink of being discovered, she continues with her routine, believing she has successfully concealed her wrongdoing. Sarah checks her watch. Another day, another round of errands to run for Mr. Johnson. At least the casino's not too far from his place. A quick detour won't hurt. Unbeknownst to Sarah, Emily and Lily have decided to surprise their father by arriving in town earlier than planned. Determined to spend quality time with him and ensure his well-being, they make arrangements to arrive discreetly, keeping their visit a secret from Sarah. Lily, are you sure about this? I mean, surprising Dad like this might catch him off guard. I know, but something doesn't feel right about Dad. I think it's best that we see for ourselves what's going on. Dad's happiness and safety come first. As Emily and Lily make their way to their father's house, anticipation and concern weigh heavily on their minds. Little do they know, their unexpected arrival is about to shine a spotlight on Sarah's deceit, unraveling the facade she has carefully maintained. Meanwhile, Sarah continues with her day, unaware of the storm brewing on the horizon. As she goes about her routine, the impending confrontation looms even closer, threatening to expose her deception and shatter the fragile trust she has so recklessly betrayed. This episode has references to gambling. Gambling can be addictive and may lead to financial loss or other negative consequences. If you or someone you know is struggling with gambling problem, seek help from a qualified professional or contact Gamblers Anonymous. For more information on Parkinson's disease and resources for patients and caregivers, we recommend the Parkinson's Foundation or the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. These organizations offer valuable support services and research updates to help individuals affected with Parkinson's disease navigate their journey and find the support they need. Remember, knowledge is power, and with the right resources and support, you're not alone facing Parkinson's disease. Do you have an interesting caregiver story that you would like to have told? Please contact us at podcast@takecaretime.com. We would love to hear from you. Don't forget to treat yourself or your loved one to the ultimate self-care experience with Take Care Time Respite subscription box. Each bi-monthly box is carefully curated to provide caregivers with a well-deserved break and a moment of relaxation. From soothing teas to pampering treats, our boxes are designed to help you unwind and recharge. Because when you take care of yourself, you can better take care of others. So subscribe today and make self-care a priority. Visit our website at takecaretime.com for more details. Please note that this episode features reenactments and dramatized details. While in most cases, the exact verbatim dialogue may not be known, all dramatizations are grounded in research. To respect the privacy and confidentiality of individuals involved, names and some identifying details have been changed. Join us next week when secrets will be exposed, tensions will soar, and the truth will finally emerge from the shadows. Get ready to be gripped by the twists and the turns that will leave you breathless. From Nancy B., this is Take Care Time, the tales and exhales of caregivers, where every story begins and ends with care. I'm Beverly Nance, and please remember, take care, embrace kindness, and let compassion lead the way. We'll see you next Thursday.